In the book of Genesis in the Old Testament of the Bible, we read of a time when the wickedness of men was very great. People killed each other and thought nothing of it. When God looked down on this bloodshed and wickedness, he knew that before long men would destroy not only his body, but his soul. In all of the world, there was only one man and his family living the way God wanted them to. That man was Noah. Noah believed in God and was thankful for whatever God gave him. The faith of this man caused him to find favor in the sight of the Lord. One day God told Noah to go and warn the sinful people of the world that unless they lived differently, they were going to be punished. Noah did as God had told him to do. He told the people what God had said and pleaded with them to get on their knees and ask for forgiveness. But the people of the world just laughed at Noah. So what if there was a God? God never did anything to anyone. But Noah rebuked the people. God had given Noah a job to do, and Noah knew that if God was with him, no man could stand against him. So he spoke out bravely and earnestly. The reaction of the people was always the same. Nobody was going to tell them what to do, not even the God who made them. One day, Noah heard God say that the time had come for the earth to be destroyed. Every living thing was to perish except Noah, his family, and a certain number of animals. A huge boat was to be built called an ark, and God had told Noah exactly how to build it. Since Noah and his sons believed in God, they wasted no time in doing what God has asked them to do. Now the building of the ark was no secret, and the framework was huge vessel attracted a lot of attention. People began to be curious. What is this crazy old man up to this time? When Noah told them there was a flood coming to destroy every living thing on earth, except those that were in the ark, the people laughed and were certain the old man had lost his mind. There was nothing Noah could say that made any difference. They refused to listen and went on back to their sinful ways of living. But the day finally came when the ark was completed. Then Noah set about doing the other things God had told him to do. The pairs of all the different kinds of animals were taken into the ark. Food and other supplies, brought abroad, enough to last for a long time. When all of this was done, Noah, his sons, and their wives all went into the ark. The people of the world paid no attention to Noah and his ark. They were very busy pursuing their own ways to even think about the matter anymore. And the days went by. 1, 2, 3, 4. All this time, Noah and his family simply waited on the Lord. 5 days went by, and the 6th day, and still nothing happened. On the 7th day, the things that Noah warned the people about for 120 years came to pass. The Bible says the windows of heaven opened. The fountains of a great deep were broken open. People were caught by surprise. When the flood came and took them away, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. When it had finally stopped raining, the water was higher than the top of the highest mountain. The people and the animals outside the ark had all died. Week after week went by, even months. and the water remained upon the earth. Then one day God made a wind to pass over the earth. The waters began to go down, and the ark began to settle. Not long after that, Noah sent out a raven and a dove. The dove returned, and Noah knew that the waters were not yet gone. 7 days went by, and Noah sent out a dove the second time. This time she returned with an olive twig. The waters were going down, and soon Noah and his family could leave the ark and live once more upon the earth. Shortly after that, God told Noah to take his family, and all the living things that were left in the ark lived once more upon the earth. Noah and his family were thankful to God for saving them, and God was pleased with their faith and their thanksgiving. God set a rainbow in the clouds as a promise that he will never again destroy earth with flood. The Bible tells us disobedience still brings God's judgment. But through Jesus, God has made a way for us.